Whew. All right. Well, I've got some big news. I'm going to be trying to get back to daily uploads. Daily uploads, something I couldn't do when I was doing it, and now that I have a lot more on my plate and am behind on my taxes again, just so you guys know, I drive Uber for a living. I make my living drive the Uber. So that's what I do for the live. See the sticker, and yeah, I am. I have to pay taxes as a business, and other things get in the way, like paying rent and pulling down some credit cards and stuff like that. And the next thing you know, you are working yourself to death to pay your taxes. Wah! Yes, but I'm gonna be doing that, so I'm working and working and working. But I may have found a new friend for our anti-social, friend-free channel, and he might be going to be doing some video editing for us, and I'm actually still looking for more video editors, because even when he does start, he's not going to be able to do, he said, more than one a week, and it'll be promoting his stuff, so it'll be me talking, promoting his stuff, and I wanted to sort of throw it out there if anybody else wants to get in on this deal and be a manager of the channel, and help promote videos, even if you want to add your own video, like if you have a news story that is not getting attention. I want to clarify that too. What this channel is about talking about news stories that aren't getting the attention they should, but are legitimate news stories. So this is not a channel where we talk about a celebrity versus Donald Trump. That's mainstream news. That's getting enough coverage. We don't need to talk about it here. It's not a story. It's not a channel where we talk about reptilian alien monsters versus Donald Trump, or helping Donald Trump. We don't talk about the conspiracy stuff. We talk about real, legitimate news stories that maybe go against the narrative that the mainstream media is trying to promote. Like at the moment, well, for the past 2 or 3 years, the main narrative has been Russia is super scary and they're the number one bad guy on the planet, when honestly, truly, if you really look at the sheer numbers, China's really scary. They're a real scary bunch of dudes who they run a nice clean shop over there, but aside from that, they do some sketchy stuff, like disappear an entire population of Uyghurs. Just boop, gone. They also disappear the Interpol chief of the region. That's a pretty big deal. That's huge. Is that being talked about? Nope. No, it's not being talked about, because it doesn't make Trump look bad. Honestly, that's kind of where we are in the news at the moment. Is the narrative at the moment is Orange Man bad, and I get it. He says stuff in a flippant way. He's got a lot of machismo, but that's no reason for us to ignore huge loss of life around the planet just because we don't like the guy in the White House. It doesn't make any sense. So I think we need to be focusing on real news stories from around the world that are not getting a lot of attention, like the Uyghurs in China. I'll put a link to the BBC story below, and also to the disappearance of the Interpol chief in China. So this is some huge news that doesn't get talked about at all for some reason, because we all got stuff to talk about. I do want to say U.S. intel is something that I love to mull over. It's a very interesting community, and they lost a demigod this past week with the passing of George Bush. So just want to end that with saying all respect here from DC, obviously, for the passing of former CIA chief and former 42nd President of the United States of America, George H.W. Bush. I'm not saying that as news, I'm just saying that to pay my respects. For some of the news that's not being talked about that much, you can go to antisocialnews.com, where Johnson has posted some amazing stories about what Boko Haram has been doing in Nigeria and how Nigeria is combating Boko Haram, and also some interesting things about their elections coming up. I'm going to be trying to get on there more often to post stories from United States, South America, and Asia, like I used to do here on the Body Count Report. And also, once again, still looking for help. If you are in Asia, such as the Philippines, which I know I have some viewers from there, if you would like to help by being an editor on the blog, and you can post stories that you think need attention, that aren't getting a lot of attention, hit me up, because we are looking for more editors for antisocialnews.com. So we're looking for video editors. We're looking for news reporters there, people who are gonna find some cool news stories and post them up online on antisocialnews.com with the proper credit of where the story's coming from, that you're linking. With that, lots of big things to come. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Link to the Uyghur story, link to the Interpol chief story in the description below, link to antisocialnews.com in the description below. And should I put the mail on there yet? You know what? I'm going to ask him to comment. So check the comments for him. Check the comments for the new friend of the channel. And this is Sully for Antisocial News. Peace.